Hey YouTube, today I am coming at you with a quick, unprofessional review of the new Zhiyun Crane M2 that is geared specifically towards smaller mirrorless cameras. I mean, of course, you can use it on phones as well, but in particular, here it is. It's great. Comes with a tripod that you can, that you can take off. Internal batteries that you can charge without having to take out, and a wonderful gimbal for smaller mirrorless cameras that is much needed in today's market. So here we go. I have always used Zhiyun gimbals with a lot of our cameras. I started out with Sony's, we then switched to Panasonic, used the GH5 for a while, and now we are using Fuji's. I have the XT3, and this is the XT30, and this is a smaller, lightweight camera, about the same size as your Sony A63, A65, or the new A64, or even some of your, it's a little bit bigger than some of Canon's. But I had been looking for a smaller gimbal that can handle this because it's so light that even though it's a powerful camera, it's very light, and it can sometimes be a little hard to balance on some of the bigger gimbals. It almost seems like they're overkill. And it's ridiculous carrying a bigger gimbal setup around with such a smaller camera. So I've been looking around. So when I found this, I was very excited to test it out and see what it can do. I had a 35mm f2 Fuji lens on it. We took a quick little trip up to Niagara Falls over the weekend, and I wanted to see how it did, and I was completely shocked and just blown away by the quality of it. I was able to carry this around all day, even though I had my camera backpack with me. I carried it around all day, just kind of tucked it in my forearms or whatnot, and just walked around with it, or would hold it by this or one of the motors and walk around with it. And I walked around for at least 6 to 8 hours around Niagara Falls with my family, and arms didn't cramp up, nothing. It was amazing. So hats off to Zhiyun for doing this, because it's much needed in the smaller DSLR market, especially if you're looking for a budget-friendly gimbal that has great build quality and plenty of features, which this thing is packed with. Honestly, I've never seen a gimbal this small packed with so many great features that all of the normal gimbal rigs have. So here goes a quick, not long, unprofessional review of this gimbal. It's got all the normal shooting modes for those of you who are familiar with gimbal. It's got your pan, your tilt, just your panning. It's got your follow mode, which is wonderful as well. My favorite mode that I'm so glad they included in this, I call it the Dutch angle mode. I think they call it the vortex. It's basically when you can, you put it in its mode, and basically it's going like this, and you hold the joystick, and it'll do a great little barrel roll for some creative footage. I love it. Sorry if I got the technical term wrong there, guys. But it's got an electronic sensor right here on the front, little electronic screen. It's got a great little joystick. Turns on and off very quickly. If you have a Sony or Canon smaller mirrorless camera, you can connect a cable to this and to your camera, and you can remotely trigger as well as zoom in and zoom out from the camera. They don't have this option currently for Fuji. Hopefully in another firmware update, maybe Zhiyun will. It'd be great for Fuji lovers. They're getting into video. And as normal, you've got the great trigger. You can double click that and it'll instantly center everything back on. It's still got your 3-axis balancing. It's very easy to balance. I love that they included some little features in here. They got little clicks, little switches right here to mark where your measurements are, so you can easily get right back to where you were after storage. One of the things that I love most about this that they included is the little quick release plate. It just literally screws onto the bottom of your camera. No more flipping around or anything. You literally just snap it right back in place. Solid, and it is good to go. So it's light, it's full of features, it's budget friendly, the build quality is great, it feels very solid in your hands, you don't feel like you're going to drop it. I love that they included this in the back here where the back motor is not covering up the screen, so you can still even look through your EVF if you want to, or look at your LCD screen on the back. It's very simple to balance, very easy to balance, and like I said, it's awesome. They come with a mount, not only for your camera, but it also comes with a mount for your phone if you want to use it for your phone. It's wonderful. This is a perfect cross between their smooth, if you're familiar with the Zhiyun Smooth series, and their full-fledged, you know, big old Zhiyun cranes. This is a perfect for smaller DSLRs and your phones. There are no cons about this at all. It stores very easily. You know, you take this off, and you can, you know, reshift all of your, you can reshift all of your, you know, your plates and everything to line up perfectly. They lock in place, and you can lay it right down without everything getting out of whack and then having to rebalance everything. So I would encourage you today, especially if you're a smaller camera owner looking for a budget gimbal, go out and get this. You will not be sorry. Zhiyun's customer service is great. Never had a problem with them. You will not be sorry. You will be very happy, and you will save a couple $100 between buying something like this and buying a bigger one, and you can use that extra money to go get some lighting, or possibly, you know, even another lens setup. So I hope that helps. Coming from an everyday, just normal YouTube creator, I have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll put a link where you can order this on Amazon in the description below. Okay? Have a good day, guys.